We are diving straight into the Aaron Rodgers saga. Green Bay Packers fans are feeling that lingering feeling that it has been forever since Aaron Rodgers was wearing the green and gold. Enjoying Jordan Love's ascension makes it feel even further away, and many fans feel like it was just yesterday the Packers were constantly operating on Rodgers' time, and his time alone. We look at the latest developments regarding Rodgers' potential return to Pittsburgh, and what that means for the franchise.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
The biggest NFL dominoes are left to fall as the Steelers' Aaron Rodgers watch continues. In this off-season lull, the question remains, will the Pittsburgh Steelers need Rodgers to defend their AFC North crown, or will they rely on Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and third-round rookie Drew Allar? We explore the uncertainty surrounding the Steelers' quarterback situation and the potential future of their offense. The Steelers' ideal quarterback scenario definitely does not involve Aaron Rodgers. ESPN's Damian Woody has weighed in, stating there is no upside to looking in the past for a 42-year-old quarterback, and the focus must be on the future. We break down why the Steelers are looking toward the future and what the real options are for the team. Finally, we recalibrate after the latest Aaron Rodgers speculation and look at other major offseason moves. We see Jarrett Cole on the verge of rejoining the New York Yankees, and we examine the rough haul for the Colorado Rockies, including Paul Skenes' performance. Plus, we look at exciting international basketball commitments, like Daniel Stalbitsky, and what else is shaking up the league. Stay with us for more updates. The ongoing saga surrounding Aaron Rodgers continues to unfold, echoing sentiments among Green Bay Packers fans about the extended absence of the quarterback. The situation has recently shifted focus to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are enduring a prolonged waiting game for a potential contract negotiation. Just 4 days ago, reports suggested Rodgers was slated to visit Pittsburgh to discuss his future plans and potentially negotiate a contract with the Steelers. However, this plan fell through. Reports indicate that Rodgers was in Pittsburgh, but he did not meet with the Steelers, a fact confirmed by Adam Schefter on the Pat McAfee show, who stated, "Aaron Rodgers was not at the Steelers' facility once this weekend. I don't think anything has changed, and I still think he ends up back with the Steelers." This development highlights a pattern of uncertainty surrounding Rodgers' future. Reflecting on previous off-seasons, Rodgers has repeatedly delayed decisions regarding his career, including contemplating retirement and ultimately deciding to stay with the Packers before being traded to the New York Jets in April 2023. This pattern of extended decision-making has now extended to his time in Pittsburgh, where he has waited since last year for a deal and remains unsigned as May progresses. While questions about his desire for more money persist, the dominant narrative remains that Rodgers intends to play in Pittsburgh for at least one more season. The question remains whether this marks the end of Aaron Rodgers' NFL career. The NFL offseason is entering a quiet phase between the draft and mandatory minicamps, but underlying tensions and major player decisions are setting the stage for significant storylines in the coming months. A central focus remains on the Pittsburgh Steelers and the uncertainty surrounding quarterback Aaron Rodgers' future. The team's path forward hinges on Rodgers' return for another season to defend the AFC North crown. Otherwise, they will rely on a rotation featuring Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and/or rookie Drew Allar. However, the Steelers remain in the dark about Rodgers' plans, with general manager Omar Khan stating, "I don't know where specifically Aaron is." Despite reports suggesting a potential signing, ESPN noted that Rodgers did not meet with the Steelers this past weekend, leaving his future and the Steelers' quarterback plan unresolved until a 2026 deal is finalized. Beyond the Steelers, the free agent market is heating up with other high-profile moves. Teams are targeting veterans to fill roster holes, exemplified by the Minnesota Vikings signing Joan Jennings and the Los Angeles Chargers acquiring tight end David Njoku. Other notable free agents available include wideout Stephon Diggs, edge rusher Joey Bosa, Deebo Samuel, Taylor Decker, Rasul Douglas, and Tyreek Hill, with Diggs' recent legal clearance potentially clearing hurdles for interested teams. Contract negotiations are also critical. While the Indianapolis Colts secured a major extension for Daniel Jones, the New York Jets gave Breece Hall the franchise tag before securing a substantial extension. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys receiver George Pickens and Atlanta Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts have been given franchise tags, with extension decisions looming by July 15th. The Cowboys executive stated they have decided Pickens will play under the tag, deferring long-term negotiations until 2027. Another wave of talent evaluation is underway. Several young players are resetting their markets, including Will Anderson Jr.'s record-breaking extension with the Houston Texans. Furthermore, players like Devin Witherspoon, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Christian Gonzalez are poised to become among the league's highest-paid cornerbacks and running backs. Quarterback competition is set to intensify. While Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud are not expected to reset the market, speculation surrounds other quarterbacks. The Minnesota Vikings are preparing for a direct competition between Kyler Murray and rookie J.J. McCarthy. In Pittsburgh, if Rodgers remains absent, the Steelers could face an open quarterback battle. Other potential matchups include Jacoby Brissett, Gardner Minshew, and rookie Carson Beck for the Arizona Cardinals, and a two-man race between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland. Finally, trade speculation is mounting for high-value assets. The future of AJ Brown with the Philadelphia Eagles remains a hot topic, with analysts suggesting a trade might occur after June 1st to optimize cap space for both parties. Similarly, the San Francisco 49ers are looking to move Brandon Aiyuk. The Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson is also a potential trade chip, though his recovery status, alongside the progress of Patrick Mahomes and other players recovering from severe injuries like ACL tears, will heavily influence offseason narratives. The NFL is poised for a dynamic offseason as these dominoes are set to fall. The Pittsburgh Steelers are facing a significant quarterback dilemma as they navigate a crowded and uncertain room of options. With rookie Drew Allar, second-year quarterback Will Howard, and veteran Mason Rudolph on the roster, the team lacks a clear, high-caliber solution at the position. This quarterback crisis was a focal point of recent sports analysis, particularly on ESPN's Unsportsmanlike podcast ahead of the 2026 schedule release. On the episode, Damian Woody outlined what he considers the best-case scenario for Pittsburgh. Woody dismissed Aaron Rodgers as a viable option, arguing there is no upside to re-signing the 42-year-old star. He asserted that retaining Rodgers could impede the development of younger quarterbacks, potentially forcing the Steelers into a future draft position for a new starter. Woody stressed that Pittsburgh's focus should be on the future rather than looking backward. Woody acknowledged that while last season's quarterback play wasn't disastrous, it wasn't exceptional. He argued that opting for a younger player offers greater potential, even if those options haven't yet demonstrated NFL-level dominance. He suggested that the decision now hinges on which of the young prospects, Allar or Howard, emerges as the superior option during training camp. While neither current candidate is overwhelmingly enticing, the upcoming camp will be crucial in determining the direction of the Steelers' quarterback future, suggesting a potential prolonged battle ahead. In a midweek update, speculation surrounding Aaron Rodgers' potential return to the Pittsburgh Steelers has cooled following a weekend of no concrete developments. ESPN reporter Dan Graziano indicated that no meeting had taken place regarding Rodgers' visit, suggesting the situation remains unchanged, though he noted Rodgers' tendency to keep things unpredictable. Adam Schefter corroborated this, stating Rodgers was not at the Steelers' facility over the weekend and maintaining his belief that Rodgers will ultimately return to the team. This comes as the official deadline for Rodgers to sign a new deal with Pittsburgh is set for May 18 for the start of OTAs, though he did not sign until June 2025. On the baseball front, former Pirates pitcher Jarrett Cole is working on a comeback, participating in a rehab start that showed promising signs, with Boone praising his performance and noting a potential uptick in his stuff. However, analysts suggest Cole will likely require further minor league work before returning to the Yankees. The Pittsburgh Pirates are set to host the Colorado Rockies this week, beginning with a matchup featuring Paul Skeens on the mound against Michael Lorenzen. The Rockies are struggling, currently in last place in the National League West, and their pitching staff is among the worst in the National League, posting an ERA of 4.84. Skeens is facing his third start against Colorado, and Colorado hitters are currently batting .182 against him. In basketball news, the Robert Morris men's team has secured an international commitment. Daniel Stalbitsky, a 6'11" Russian forward with experience in the Spanish Primera FEB and the U-20 Russia national team, has committed to playing college basketball at Robert Morris.